Welcome to the True North Racing Podcast, your go-to show for all things racing from coast to coast. We're here to chat with your favorite racers and bring you the latest from the world of short track racing. Hosted by John Morrison and Brandon Feeney. Get ready for fast cars, big personalities, and all the racing action you can handle. Ready? Green, green, green.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the True North Racing Podcast presented by Driving with Haley. Currently, guys, I am flying so low. Brandon is currently working on getting his car ready for Motorama, so he may not pop in a little bit. So that's okay. That is a-okay. Well, we're back for episode 162 of the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed 161 last week. We kind of talked, just kind of getting our feet wet again, because it's one of those things. It's been a long off season. It's time for us to get back into this, and honestly, it's been so much fun starting to get back into this. And I'm realizing my one light over there is pointed towards me, excited. You guys will see why in a little bit. I'm excited. It's we're 1 week from Motorama. We're going to be announcing actually, before we continue on, we're going to kick off the show with our Peps Pro Painting opening segment. We got to thank Jay from Peps Pro Painting for being the presenting sponsor for this segment of the show. Jay's been a longtime supporter of the podcast, of JoMo Media Promotions, and we can't thank him enough for everything he does. So if you guys are looking for paint, someone to come in and paint your house to give it a fresh new look, give Jay a call today. We'll leave the number down below. I'm stupid and I forgot what it was. Sorry, Jay. Sorry, buddy. But actually, before we get any further, we're gonna kick off the show. We're gonna put on the highlight reel right now. We are currently going to be spinning a wheel to find out who will be taking home a pair of tickets to Motorama 2025. I am going to try to share my screen here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, you know what? I'm going to film it while we talk. You know what? I don't know how we're going to do this. I was hoping to share my screen. Yeah, let's just see if I can make this work. I'm hoping this is showing up in the video. I'm gonna be honest. So let's get this rolling, shall we? All right, we're gonna shuffle nine times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 36 entries, so we're gonna make this as quick as possible. Let's go. And the first spin of the wheel, the person who's going to be eliminated is Ian Henwood. Sorry, buddy. As we continue on here, we got 35 names left to go. One is in the books. Next one is Rick and Debbie Mitchell. Unfortunately, they are out. Like I said, we're going to continue on. We're going to make this as quick as possible. Because we want to get into the show. We got Cory Horne joining us in just a little bit. We got Alex Delaire, unfortunately being removed from competition. And with the wheel cute spinning, look like it's going to be Rich Fleming going to be eliminated now. Sorry, Rich. We do have to thank Peps Pro Painting, Jay Pepin, for being the presenting sponsor of our time at Motorama. Come catch us March 7th, 8th, and 9th at the Toronto International Center. Taylor Sheen has been eliminated. Sorry, Taylor. Oh, man. Lots of names. We're down 5, 31 to go. Looks like the next one's going to be eliminated is Katie Starrett. Last one standing will win, guys. Thank you to everyone who participated, who wants to go to Motorama. We're looking forward to an exciting weekend. It is one of my favorites. Ollie Ferguson has been eliminated. This year, currently, we will be up on stage 6 times. You guys will catch us for 6 live episodes at Motorama this year. Sarah Gianni has been eliminated. Uh, we got guests like Mike Robinson the third, Michael Robinson the third. We also have Jennifer Hatch, who's going to be joining us. Sonia McKeeman has been removed from competition. Um, who else? Oh my God, I'm bad right now. Michael Robinson the third will join us 3 times over the course. Tanya Nickel has been removed. Oh my God, I'd pull it up. Actually, I'll pull it up real quick on my phone. Um, Kim Runford Arnell has been removed. So let's see. We got, how could I forget? We got Cam K, Phil Givens, and Nathaniel Greenaway joining us on stage at 1 o'clock on Friday. Jennifer Hatch at 2. Cody Cook joining us at 1 p.m. on Saturday. And currently we just have the one on Sunday. Hayden Gamble has been removed. Let's keep the wheel going. Um, Next one to be eliminated is Bonnie Stu Starrett. Sorry, Bonnie. Oh, I realize. Sorry guys if you scroll over to my Facebook there. Next one to be eliminated is Brian Gamble. Brandon is going to join us just after here. So once we get done the wheel spin here, we will bring him on and we'll continue on with our Pets Pro Painting opening segment. Steve Murdoch has been eliminated from competition. We're down to 20 to go. Collins Bunch has been removed. Next one to be removed will be Brandon Burnett. Um, Honestly, it's yeah, Motorama is such a fun show. You got all the all the nice showpieces in Hall One, Hall One B. You got us. You got the Motorsports gang. Sam Meyer has been removed. Jeff Bedford has been removed from competition here. Hall Two, you'll see a lot of clubs like the Mustang Club, the Ram Club. Um, a lot of different show vehicles will be in there. Will McLean has been removed. Oh my God. I just ate before we got on here. Holy. Next one to be removed is going to be Sean Cox. Sorry, buddy. Sean has been removed. I thought I was going to squeak over to Gord there, but I wasn't quite sure. Next one to be eliminated is that going to be Angela? Looks like it is. Angela Lane has been removed. So yeah, make sure you guys come on out, stop by, say hi. Like I said, March 7th, 8th, and 9th, myself, Cam K, Brandon Feeney will be all in attendance all weekend long. By the sounds of it, Brandon might be hanging out with his car a little bit more. I think I'm not quite sure. He'll be hanging out with us in the podcast corner. Don't you worry. Um, Christy Reeser has been removed from competition, so the Reeser family has been removed here. Jacob Sutcliffe has been removed. Oh man, sorry, Jacob. Yeah, it's man, Motorham is just a fun show. Family oriented. I love it. Like I said, you're gonna catch me up on stage and Brandon up on stage 6 times. So I did have William McLean has been removed there. Next one to be will be Jennifer Hatch. We're getting down here. We got 10 to go. We got 10 names list. We got Mike Russell, Tina Ronning, Carly Willman, Jerry LaPlante, Mikey Homewood, Mike Brown, Gordon McPherson, Patrick Delaire, Calvin Reeser, and Elizabeth Pipe. Oh, I thought the Reeser family was gone. Oh, sorry. Still got one. Calvin still got one more here. Mike Russell will be removed from competition, finishing ninth. One cool thing at Motorama this year, we are bringing a pair of cornhole boards that we are going to toss around with all weekend. So if you want to come by, we'll have them set up. Yes, Mike Brown has been removed. Uh, you guys can come by, toss them around. We do have our custom ones. So JoMo Media drivers who will be in attendance, we are going to be asking you guys to sign it. Because this will be the boards that I'm asking you guys to sign. Tina Ronning has been removed. Will be auctioned off in June. Uh, the money raised will be going to the Canadian Cancer Society, and the in memory of my mom. Elizabeth Pipe has been removed from competition. We got six to go. Who will be placing sixth? It's look like it's gonna be Calvin Reeser. Oh man, five to go. We got five to go, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting there. Carly Willman, Jerry LaPlante, Mikey Homa, Gore McPherson, Patrick Valaire, and Patrick will be eliminated. Four to go. Like I said, we're gonna try to make this as quick as possible. I think I've been at this for about 5 minutes, I think. Carly Willman will be eliminated. Sorry, Carly. It's funny because I hear applauding every time this goes on. Mikey Homewood is eliminated. So now we're down to our final two, Jerry LaPlante and Gord McPherson. The loser, the one it lands on, will be the second place. Whoever is left will be the winner. Let's see who it is. You got a 50-50 chance here. You started off with 36. You know we're down to two people, and Gord McPherson will be the winner of a pair of tickets to Motorama 2025, thanks to Pets Pro Painting and Jay Pepin. Make sure you guys, if you guys, like I said, if you guys are looking for anything for your house or home, uh, or commercial, sorry, give Jay a call. Now I just gotta figure out how to get back to my big screen here. There we go. Let's stop the screen sharing. Maybe I didn't even share it at all. I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Uh, oh, there we go. Oh boy, let's see if I can figure this out here. Maybe I didn't even show it at all, and I'm sorry if you guys didn't get a chance to see it. But we will be back in just a couple seconds here with before we go into we're gonna get Brandon in just a second. So let's take a look at our driving with Haley vehicle spotlight for the first time in 2025. Ready to hit the road in a truck that is Canadian as your morning double double? Meet the 2025 Ram 1500 Sport in Hydro Blue Pearl. With just 22,000 kilometers on it, this beauty packs a punch. With its twin turbo engine, four-wheel drive, and bucket seats that make every ride feel like a victory lap. From towing your hockey gear to powering through snowstorms with heated mirrors, this truck's built for Canada. Automatic transmission, adaptive cruise control, and all-terrain tires ensure you're always prepared no matter the adventure. And with a premium sound system that'll make your playlist pop, this Ram is more fun than a post-game snack at Timmy's. The 2025 Ram 1500 Sport, because your next adventure deserves the best. Want to get into a new ride today? Contact Haley Hill at Driving with Haley. Doesn't matter your credit, good, bad, whatever it is, Haley will help you get into the right ride today. Contact Haley by phone at 289-808-2828. Email at hhill@rightride.ca, and on Facebook and Instagram at Driving with Haley. All right, and we're back from this week's Driving with Haley Vehicle Spotlight. This is and you guys gotta go check out that Dodge Ram she's got going on. It looks like a pretty sweet truck. As you guys can see, Brandon has joined the show tonight. Brandon, how are you doing? I know you're probably pretty tired right now.
I'm actually not bad. I'm gonna be leaving here after we're done recording to go finish the car for Motorama, but right now we're pretty good. The rest of the week, not much sleep gonna be had.
How's the car coming along?
Well, it runs as long as I hold things in place right now, and but speaking of that, I didn't have an engine or anything by Friday, and I'm got help, from the Shrons and stuff like that. So it looks the part. It's SEMA ready, as we call it, and can't wait for the show.
Moving days Thursday. That means we got 3 days now before moving in. I'm gonna be coming out Thursday because I'm gonna set up and move some of our stuff in the booth around. And that way on Friday when I show up, I'm not bring like I'm almost tempted to have to grab my little red wagon from my storage unit to bring it to with me to the show, and I'm thinking I may have to dig it out and bring it with me just because of there's going to be 4 cornhole boards coming with me. There will be what else will there be?
TV,
TV. My computer's coming with me on Friday, so that's not a big deal.
JoMo Media sign, or the True North Racing podcast sign.
The True North Crazy podcast sign, I got to get that cleaned up this week. Um, Making sure the hero cards are delivered to the people that we've designed some for already, and my stuff is just in general my stuff. And like I'm bringing a cooler, and it's gonna be filled with water and Dr Pepper Zero all weekend.
Yeah, I'll,
I'm
I'll, I'll
I'm
fix that problem.
I'm drinking zero sugar right now. I've got Dr Pepper Zero Sugar, and I've got Mountain Dew Zero Sugar.
I'm drinking unleaded, brother. I fit
I'm
in the modified perfect today.
You know what? I've been having a little bit of bad numbers. I went for a sleep study a couple weeks ago. So for me right now, I'm trying to watch what I eat, what I drink. Um, because I do want to be around for not only myself, but for my family, my friends, So but yeah, man, I'm so excited for Motorama next week. We're scheduled right now 6 shows on stage. We got 2 more that are tentative barring any stage time conflicts because there's a couple other people who haven't picked times yet who will be picking times, and I've put in my submissions, and if they don't work out, unfortunately we'll work stuff out. That's not a here nor there. um but man, I can't believe Motorama is this week. Holy, where'd the time go?
Right? Like all of a sudden we're like kind of doing a recap of last season, and now we're like just jumping in. Like it's weird because it's like 2 weeks after the 500. Now we're doing Motorama in Canada. It's like
And
catching up.
it's the unofficial start to racing in Ontario. Let's be real, that's exactly what it is. um Man, it's like it's the kickoff. It's the Even though we still got a month to go before cars are on track, we're ready to go. Like we're showcasing what we got, who's ready, who's going to go out there. And I think there so far, I think there's 3 or 4 drivers in the Racer Corral that will have JoMo Media stickers.
I do need some of those.
Yep, you're one of them. Don't worry. They're coming with me on Thursday. So if you're there, I will give you yours. I know if anyone I see at the show, I'll hand out theirs to them that day. Then that way you guys can get your stickers on the car and you're not doing it Friday morning when all the teens come into the show.
Yeah. Do you have the True North Racing podcast stickers too, or
No, I don't have any of those stickers anymore.
womp womp?
I don't if
I
people are interested in True North Racing podcast stickers, I will see what I can do. Maybe we'll have some at the show. I don't know, but I got some. Jacqueline cut out some cheap, like small ones for me last year that worked out well. Actually, they're the ones that are on my boom. Um, but if you want True North Racing podcast stickers, I will see if I can get them in time, and if not, maybe we'll have them for the year. I don't know, but we'll see. But we'll have Joe Media stickers at the show for sure for all our Joe Media drivers who will be working with us this summer. So make sure you stop by. Come, we'll be up on stage for 3 hours straight on Friday, possibly 4 on Saturday. Then we get a break on Sunday. We only got one, so we're good
for now.
for now. For now, that
But
could change. That
yeah,
could very well change. But yeah, make sure you guys come check us out in the Gulf Race Fuels Racing Zone, presented by Stone Ridge Insurance. Make sure you guys catch us on the Gulf Racing Fuel stage in Hall 1B over the course of the weekend. Make sure you guys, and we're going to be right across from the stage. So if you don't want to listen to us talk like you do here, hop over there. Come say hi.
yeah. It's a little bit friendlier of interaction with the boneyard. So you yelling at me like last year during your half the interviews. But
Oh boy, last
yeah,
year.
So it's like it's gonna be good because I'm kind of splitting my time with the Boneyard podcast corner plus the race car being there, and it's gonna be hectic. Plus, I'm bringing the cameras. Hopefully, get some pictures done.
I feel like I'm gonna have to do the Feeney call to call you back up when it's time to come on Feeney.
I mean, like, I still got the hats.
Exactly.
I haven't got a new one for this podcast yet. I'm
All
trying.
right. Well, hats are not a priority right now. I'm working on some cool behind the scenes stuff with Darren from DJD Graphics. Hopefully, be able to show the case that in a couple weeks and start rolling in some numbers. And we got some apparel we're gonna get lined up ready to go. I was hoping to have some ready to go, but man, I feel like the winter just flew by. I feel like I'm not even prepared for Motorama, even though I've gotten stuff done. I'm ready to go. I feel like there's stuff I'm missing, and I feel terrible that I don't have other things. But
Luckily, you live close.
huh?
Luckily, if you forget anything, you live pretty close.
That's and Jacqueline might be coming down for most of the days, but we're not too sure. I know she's popping by Friday. Saturday she works in the morning, so she may come in afterwards, and she may come over Sunday with me in the morning. But who knows? We'll figure all that out as the week goes on. But we'll break down and preview Motorama just a little bit after our conversation with Cory Horne. Cory is in the waiting room right now. Why don't we bring him on?
Yep, let's bring Cory on.
Joining us this week in our actually, I forgot we don't even have a sponsor yet for this segment like we have in years past. We were in our guest segment this week on the show. We got Cory Horne. Cory is moving up to the Renegade Trucks at Peterborough Speedway, and last year picked up a feature win in the Bone Stocks, and now you're a two-car team in the Bone Stocks. Is that correct?
Yep, we got 2 cars this year, and yeah, it's gonna be a busy season for me, that's for sure.
I was gonna say busy man. Who's driving your car, like your Bone Stock this year, the one that you drove last year?
So Johnny McIntyre is gonna take over driving the '09 machine, which I drove last year. Then Wayne Dew is gonna take over his car, which is gonna be renumbered 99, and he's gonna compete for Rookie of the Year. So both drivers are gonna compete full time in the Bone Stocks.
Nice. What made you first of all, what made you crazy enough to think to move up a division and then have a two-car team as well below you? What was that like? Like what's the idea behind that?
Well, the craziest thing about the truck though is like what my first bone, like that bone stock I have now, the Integra, I bought off Chuck and Curl, and we always talk back and forth right over the years. And it's like, hey, we just bought this truck. Do you want to drive it for a race or two? I'm like, sure, why not, right? And hopped in it. You know, we had some issues with the truck and stuff. Figured that out, and it's like, do you want to drive it full time this season? I'm like, fucking right, I do. Excuse my language, but yeah. So the opportunity was there for the truck, so like I jumped on it, and yeah, looking forward to racing the trucks this year.
That's awesome. What obviously going from a front wheel drive car to a truck, what's been the biggest learning curve for you there?
The biggest learning curve with the truck is like playing with the throttle coming out of the corners and stuff. If you mash it too hard and the back end jumps out, and it's just like braking. Still learning with the truck, like, but yeah, it's just playing with the throttle coming out of the corners and stuff like that. Just playing around with stuff.
Yes. So I remember talking to you last year there with you had a couple derby trucks and stuff like that you built for the derbies with the Ford Ranger. And I'm like, oh, why don't you make it a race truck? You're like, I would like to run trucks. And I swear, like it was 3 weeks later that, oh, freaking, you signed the deal to drive that 38 truck. And you did pretty good there the first couple nights. I know,
Yeah.
what was it, the spider injection that was fighting you guys in that thing?
We had, well, it's all computer controlled, right? So we had an issue, but took a couple races to figure out with the mass flow sensor on it. It was full of dirt and stuff, right? So like every time you hit the gas, it hesitates. It was the computer was all going wonky, right? The sensor was all messed up and dirty. So we got that cleaned out, and eventually the truck came to life, and yeah, it worked good ever since.
So why don't we start talking about like how you got into racing? Because obviously I know about the go-karts and stuff like that, but why don't you tell the fans?
So yeah, like you know me, I started doing like demolition derbies and stuff, but I didn't get into race until like 2013. Then I did the arrive and drive at Moshport, like racing go-karts. And I did that for a few years, and I went out and bought my own go kart and started racing at Corsa down their kart club. And I did that for at least about 4 or 5 years before the club shut down. And I raced at Toronto Kart Club for a bit. Then I took a break for a while. Then COVID hit, and then just took a little break from that and started talking to Paul Bounty and Eric Thompson and you, right? And just helping you guys attract. And eventually I bought my bone stock off of you. And ever since then, yeah, just been racing bone stocks to Peterborough and loving it ever since.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
you almost carry tradition going on this year because you've almost had a different vehicle to drive like each of the 4 years you've been racing.
Yeah.
So what do you think that's helped you through, like, say, that first Honda Civic to the Prelude to the Integra, another truck? What's something that you could transfer, like, the skills through all four of those vehicles?
Well, like, for having like three different cars over the last 4 years, it's just like the Civic was like, it was like good to learn in and stuff. Going out there and just log some laps and just get the feel for the track and stuff like that. Then I bought the Prelude, and that was like completely different. And yeah, just 2 years running that, playing around with it, and bought the Integra and loved it since, right? Just the perfect car to work with, and got it set up where I can drive it and be competitive. But yeah, it's just like jumping car to car. I'm just constantly learning stuff, and eventually I found a car I like to use, which is the Integra, and been ran pretty competitive ever since. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
In that rookie year, when you decide to get into racing bone stocks over there at Peterborough Speedway, what was it like your first time? Obviously, being in the demolition derbies, what was it like getting actually out onto that track, and being surrounded by the other cars? What did it? I always say bone stocks are just like more of a souped up demolition derby car, and I'm sorry for everyone who doesn't think that. That's my opinion on it. You can be mad at me all you want. But what was that feeling like for you getting out, trying to navigate traffic? What was that like for you?
Uh, to be honest, I was like nervous as hell. Like my first time racing bone stocks there. It's just like kind of like that Talladega night scenes. Like, are those the other cars going by me? Like that's how it was out there. But yeah, like my first year is just like I was nervous, but also pretty excited to be out there to be racing. And yeah, just it's been a good rookie year. Like first year up there, just learning and making new friends and stuff like that.
And that's the beauty of racing, right? Is you're able to, as long as you're not an asshole for the most part,
Yeah.
You start getting along with pretty much mostly everyone until there's a nice target on your back because you're winning every week.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously your first year was the Honda Civic that was Feeney's, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how was that conversation between you guys for you to acquire that car? Well, since both of you are here, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, like I was looking around for a while for bone stock, and yeah, Feeney messaged me like, "Do you want to buy my bone stock?" I'm like, "Sure." Need a lot of work to get it back on the track and stuff, but it was a good car for the first year for me, so it worked pretty
That's
well.
And you know what? That's all right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say for me it was pretty easy because I seen Corey was looking. I was selling because that was my COVID car. I'm like, I'll drop it off, look it over. If you don't want it, I'll pick it back up. If you want it, we'll leave it there.
Yep.
I'm normally an easy guy to deal with as long as you're an easy guy to deal with as well, or easy girl to deal
Hmm.
with. And it is what it is. That's how you keep the race cars on the track.
Yep.
Yeah, and then nothing wrong with that. And then what was the decision to move from the Civic to what was the next one? The Prelude?
Yeah, the Prelude.
So what was that decision like for you? Like what was
Well,
the go
the
ahead.
the Civic took a beating the first season, so like it was like pretty beat up. Like there was like a lot of damage done to it, so I kind of like just sold it just for parts. And yeah, it seemed like the Kellys were selling their Prelude on Marketplace there, so I went out and bought that. It was a good car, but didn't really like the way it drove and stuff. Like last 2 years, I couldn't really get it set up exactly how I liked it, so I just kind of like to sold that and bought the Integra. I got it set up where I wanted to be, and
Hey, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
And last year you picked up in 2024, you picked up your first win, your first feature win, correct?
Yep. Yep.
But you had to wait a week to get your picture taken at the front stretch, right?
Yeah, like I wasn't the first guy across the finish
Yeah.
line, but I finished second race and first place got DQ'd. But it kind of sucks that way. But at the same time, I'm pretty happy that I finally got a feature window. Couldn't really celebrate it that night, but
Yeah. Now
it's
that
how
just
Well,
it goes.
you got the trophy that night.
Yeah,
that's all right.
yeah,
At least you went home with the trophy, but it's one of the, it's one of those things. It kind of sucks that your first win was based off of DQ, but
mm,
it's also nice that you did get that first win, but because you were legal.
yeah.
Um, and I'm sure that just helps you hungry for this year to go out there and uh, put the truck across the line first and go outright win a race this year.
Yeah. Well, that's the plan for the truck this year. I like to get that thing parked in victory lane, but see what happens.
That's yeah. Um, with going, damn it, I had a train of thought going. I completely lost it there.
Did you
Being you
just
got
see a
some,
squirrel or something?
Yeah.
buddy. I've been seeing lots of things today. Okay, it's not been a good day.
Yeah, crazy day.
You know, I got up later than I feel like later, but then a lot of people. But I got up at like 8:30 this morning, and I got a bunch of work done. And before we get jumping on here, I ate dinner, and just before that, I put together my final two cornhole boards for next weekend in Motorama.
Yeah.
I put the lights on them, so now they glow, which is looks really good.
Yeah.
Especially
Sweet.
if you're gonna play them at night, they're gonna look great.
Awesome.
I'm still contemplating putting glow on the bottom of the modified.
I mean, if you're allowed to, why not?
Yeah, you
I mean,
should.
it doesn't say in the rules I can't yet.
I mean, look at the mini stocks at Oshwegan. It's a
I know,
few of them running under glow.
but the problem is, what color do I pick? That cards are like one of every color on it. I'll get like the disco lights on the bottom, that's like strobe.
Get the ones that change all colors and stuff going on
Yeah.
the track.
Oh god.
The Amazon specials for
Yeah,
$29.
Yeah.
You know what? I speaking of multicolor, I was gonna bring this up later on, but I think talking about multicolor, I think it makes it better now. So Brandon knows I got iRacing a couple weeks ago.
Mm.
So Jacqueline was nice enough and bought me a new computer because I was getting really frustrated with the other one. And she was nice enough, she bought me a new computer and it's a gaming one. So I got I changed the color and it's all red now.
Oh, this thing's sweet.
Okay. I love it. It's been awesome already. The problem is when I go iRacing, because when I'm iRacing, it matches to the RPM of the car. So
You can turn that setting off.
it sits up. I know I could. I just don't know how to, and I just don't want to right now because it looks really cool. And it sits up in front of me. So as I'm going, I can see the RPMs kind of going up on the wheel. And the next thing you know, I get near the top, and there it is, just flashing away. I'm like, oh. I'm like, at least I know when they let off. It's a nice checkpoint for me.
I've never seen a keyboard shift light.
I'm gonna try to film it tonight after once if I get all this done, and I will film it showing you what it does to me.
Yeah, I like to see that.
Because it's funny as hell to me to see, like, even Jacqueline last night, she was doing it, and she was driving away, and she goes, I see what you mean now, like that's trippy as hell. I'm like, hello. Like, I kind of look down at the keyboard to kind of match my lift points.
Yeah, see, I'm lucky on my wheel. It's got the shift points on it. So
Yeah. Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
I bought it for $100, man. Like,
Back to Cory though.
Yeah.
Man of the hour here, Cory. Moving into 2025, what do you think what are your goals are going into the season?
Just to be competitive, like try to get a couple heat wins and be up there in the trucks and stuff, and like help my team, Johnny and Wayne, be competitive too, and hopefully get some wins and hopefully get a championship in the bone stocks with them. And yeah, that's the goals for this year. Just be competitive and see what happens.
Now you're not completely out of the bone stocks just yet. You are running a part-time schedule with them, right?
Well, I was planning to split the '09 machine with Johnny, but we seen the schedule for Peterborough afterwards, and I said, and Jen said it worked out for Johnny, so he can at least drive the car full time. I just said, just drive the car full time, then I can just focus on trucks, right?
Okay.
But yeah, we were planning to split the '09 this year, but it was a change of plans last minute, so I just get him to
Okay.
focus on it and go out there
That's all
and
right.
try to win a championship for us. So
And what's your friendship like with Johnny to give him the opportunity to drive your car in the bone stocks?
well, the night we became best friends is when he decided to fucking spin me out one corner, and we almost had to fight down the pits. But yeah, we like talked over the years and became like good friends and stuff, and helped each other over the years at the track and stuff. And like
Yeah.
eventually, like yeah, he drove for me last season, and he got like what 5 heat wins driving my car. So
And
Oh,
rookie of the
wow.
year.
and rookie of the year, yeah.
You know
But
what?
yeah, yeah,
If sorry, go ahead.
we're good friends, and hopefully he can do good this year in my car and see what happens.
I find it funny that you guys were gonna fight in the pits, and I'm thinking like, you guys don't fight in the pits. Take it out to the front stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Pause, make them pause the race that's going on and go fight out there.
Well, it wasn't like fighting; we were just like arguing with each
No,
other. But
I know.
it was pretty heated at that time. But that
Yeah, it
was
wasn't like this year with the guy we won't name.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that guy can remain nameless. Move on from
Uh,
that.
we do have a couple questions here for you. Fan questions. You ready to answer them?
Yep, go ahead.
All right, we're gonna be jump into our tailored to you media design fan question period. Corey, as you saw earlier today, we were having you on the show. We got ourselves a couple questions. First one on Instagram comes to us from William_Trillium. What is a track anywhere in the world that you would like to race at?
Oh, definitely Bristol. I was watching some of the mini stocks races there last night. I love to like make a road trip up there and run that track sometimes. But yeah, maybe like down the road, I'd love to run Bristol.
That'd be
That's,
fun.
that'd be a dream of mine to compete in a race up there sometime.
Get in with Cletus and run the Freedom 500 there.
Yeah, I
Oh,
want to do that. That'd be sweet to do that. But yeah,
I thought they weren't running that at Bristol this year.
no, they're not.
Yeah.
I
I
think
want to
they're
see the
moving it around.
Altimas.
yeah, the Ultima. I just watched that race.
You know what
Pretty
Cletus needs to do? A smart car 100.
Yeah, hell yeah, that'd be sweet.
Like
Oh,
that has
someone's
got to
gonna get
be.
injured.
No, don't cage it. Their stuff's actually pretty legit. Like,
Yeah,
but like, could you imagine 100 smart cars? You'd have room for 100 more. Jillian, I guarantee freaking Jillian would go down.
that'd be a crazy race.
Oh
But anyway,
man.
before we get sidetracked, off of Facebook, we have Calvin Reeser. Who is someone you enjoy racing against, and who is someone you want to race against?
So the person I like racing the most, like, there's a lot of people I like racing the bone stocks with, but like, I think Tegan Stanley's one on the list because I don't think I ever had any issues with him on the track. We always raced each other pretty cleanly and gave each other a lot of room out there. But yeah, he's one like we always race each other clean and hard. And I kind of hated that we were in the same heat race because I always finished second in towards him. But yeah, like he's the one I enjoy racing the most with out there. And like Ange and Sean, and even like my own teammate Johnny. I like racing with everybody out there. But mhm.
And then who's somebody you would want to race against?
Hmm. Maybe if like Paul Bounty gets his truck out again, I'd like to race against him. Like we never really race each other out there, so I like to race against him someday. Maybe get his truck fixed up or whatever he's doing with that. But yeah,
Yeah, I think the truck's pretty much ready for Paul. I think it was originally getting ready for Ava, and then it
yeah.
bought the Bandolero, and then Superman just sat, I think, in a trailer somewhere.
Mhm. So yeah, like I really hope he gets his truck out maybe this year, and I'd like to race against him in the trucks.
Well, hopefully, we'll see hopefully that happens for you this year.
Yeah.
Um, and that's gonna wrap up our tailored to you media design fan question period. Make sure you guys tune in every Sunday at noon to first of all see who the guests will be and to drop your questions, submit them, so that way our guest, like Cory Horne here, has a chance to be able to answer your questions. And of course, we got to thank Cory for taking the time to answer those questions for us.
Yep, no problem.
Um, it is, with the 2025 season coming up, I feel like this is the bad time to ask it because this should have been one of the first things we talked about. But how's your off season been? What do you do in the off season to either get your mind away from racing, to stay ready for the next race, or to prepare yourself for next season? What do you like to do in the off season? Do you like to unwind? Do you like to think ahead? Do you like to work towards it? What's your goals, or what do you like to do?
Um, yeah, I can take a little time down, like downtime, but mostly I'm just getting ready for, and mostly just getting everything organized for this year because I got two cars and a truck. I'm trying to help them get the truck ready and plus get my cars ready. So I didn't really have a lot of downtime this off season. Just when I can, I just take some time off to relax. But yeah, I've been mostly just messing around with the cars and trucks lately, the last couple months. So
I know it's what race season. When's your first race out there?
May 2/4 week, and
May 2/4 weekend.
Yeah.
So you got a couple months, but not as Brandon and I were talking about this earlier. It feels like we were just doing our Christmas episode back in December, and now we're just like we're 1 week out from Motorama.
Yeah.
Like
Not even a week.
not even a week anymore. Like the show's done at this point.
Yeah.
But like it's so hard to believe that like we're 4 days out, 3 days out, 4 days out from the cars going into the show.
Mhm.
Will you be making an appearance at Motorama over the course of the weekend?
Yeah, my team's gonna be there on Saturday. We're gonna do hand out autographs there around 11:30 or something.
Over with the stickers and scuff guys over at they're gonna be in the Boneyard podcast corner with us. So
Yeah. So yeah,
11:30.
we've
Ah,
been there
man.
all day Saturday, just handing out autographs and walking around and stuff like that. But
That'll be all right.
yeah.
What is one thing you're looking forward to this year at Motorama? Like, are you looking forward to the classic cars, the race cars, seeing your racing family again? Like, what are you most excited for at the show?
Pretty much everything. Just looking at the cars, race cars, just meeting you, seeing old people, and just checking out stuff.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite weekends. It's
Yeah.
nice to be able to, one, the kickoff to March break.
Yeah.
Two, the amount of people you are able to get to talk to over the course of a weekend that either A, love racing, two, don't know a thing about racing but want to learn, and three, just a chance to be able to get to see people we don't necessarily get to see all summer long because
Yeah.
I may be seeing Brandon maybe once or twice this summer if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Once is guaranteed. I know that.
Yeah, if you don't show for that once, we're fighting. But I know where you are.
Yeah.
Going to Niagara Falls, seeing a concert.
Oh, I got so 2 weeks ago, Cory. This is a funny story. 2 weeks ago, I went to a concert at OLG Stage in Niagara Falls.
Yep.
And before the show starts, they have two giant screens in the OLG Stage area, and they tell you who's coming up at OLG Stage over the next 4 or 5, 6 months. Well, one of them just so happens to be Uncle Cracker. On the same day, I have to go to Peterborough to go be with this dude to record his race day vlog. And I'm now pissed that I can't go see Uncle Cracker. And I think it's Jake Owen in concert in Niagara Falls, but I got to go to freaking Peterborough to go hang out with him.
I gave you two options. You chose that day.
That was the only option I could go.
Yeah.
Well, that's not my fault.
Oh, boy. I need a sip of that Dr. Pepper Zero. Not even a sponsor spot there. That's just, in fact, I've been drinking a lot of Zero Pop lately. But it's nice. Like I said, Motorama, I love it because you get to go to see everyone. You get to go, you see a racer that you like from Delaware, you get to go talk to them if they're there. Right? It's such a fun show, and it's nice to be able to get everyone together. It's like dysfunctional family gathering.
Yeah.
For the racing community, that's exactly what it is.
Isn't every family gathering dysfunctional?
No, no, no. I can tell you that one.
I was gonna
Is
say
it?
any family gathering I've been to has never usually ended up well.
Mhm.
All the one I had was typically very well. So, um, but that's just the kind of family that they are. So that's
Yeah.
that's a different story for another time. But yeah, they uh, it's with racing coming up. I'm excited. What's one thing about racing that you really enjoy?
Just being at the track and being around the people and stuff. I just love just socializing, hanging around, and just having a fun night. That's why I love racing. I just love having fun and just going out there.
What's one division that you would like to compete in? If no money, like you have $30,000 or $3 trillion, whatever you got, whatever you want. What division? Where would you like to race?
I love to race in the hot rod series. I just love the way that those cars look, just classic and stuff. And be pretty cool to race one of those someday. Build like a hot rod.
I mean, they look like a blast. I mean, Feeney's
Yeah,
drove in a couple of them. So,
yeah.
was it just the one, or is it a couple now?
No, I've driven two. One on dirt, one on asphalt.
Right. Different experiences each time, eh?
Very different experiences each time.
hmm
One was at Colors when I drove way too many things, and one was on dirt when we rushed the car together in 48 hours.
And those are stories for another time, those are good ones to talk about. Um, Cory, what we're gonna let you go in just a couple seconds here, but we do want to give you some time here to thank all your sponsors, any family, friends, maybe a relative that's six generations ago that you're named after that left one country because they did something bad and they went to another country, and then they whatever you want to do, you can thank whoever you want.
That's going way too back. I don't.
I got it. I'd like to think of something new each time I come up with this one. And then of course, like I said, sponsors, family, friends, and social media is where they can find you.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors: Canadian Tire, Corbird, Stainless Exteriors, Metacraft Customs, Bounty Roofing. Those have been They really helped me over the years to get me started in the bone stocks and been supporting me ever since. And like for my family, like my mom, my dad, my sister, they always come to track every week and just cheer me on and stuff. And yeah, just that's all I gotta say really.
All right.
And oh yeah, my teammates too, Johnny and Wayne, they really helped me out over the years too. They always came to track, helped me out, and made me a better driver. So I'm glad to have those guys on my team. And yeah, special thanks for Chuck and Carol for giving this opportunity to let me drive their truck this season, and hopefully I can get them in the victory lane.
All right.
Yeah,
It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you over the last little bit here.
yeah,
Can't wait to see you this summer. We'll work out a date when we come out to Peterborough to come hang out with you. So maybe that may be the second time I see Feeney at Summers that day. Uh,
It depends if I'm at Peterborough.
yeah, who knows,
yeah.
right? We'll figure this out. Cory, enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your night to chat with us, and we hope you have a good season.
Yeah, thanks for having me on your show, and looking forward to see you next week in at Motorama.
Yes, sir. We'll see you next week. Talk to you
All
later
right.
now.
Yeah, see you.
Yeah, bud.
All right, and we're back from our conversation with Cory Horne. Of course, we got to thank Cory for taking the time out of his night to come chat with us. Make sure you guys follow them on Facebook, Cory Horne Racing, to see and keep up to date with everything going on with them all summer long. Oh boy, excuse me. No boy, this is not good for me tonight.
Some of that Dr. Pepper Zero coming back the
No,
wrong
it's
way,
the
buddy.
pizza. It's the pizza. It's the pizza coming back. Um,
Well, what
next,
kind of pizza is
man,
it? Does it taste as good coming back, or?
it's not bad. A little burn, but that's. We'll see if I get a nasty burn at like 3 in the morning, like I did a couple weeks ago. Um, Motorama, man, we're gonna continue talking about it because it's coming up. I man, it's just one of those things. I love it so much. It's nice. And I'm thankful to be back in the Boneyard Podcast Corner once again this year, and I know you are as well because it's really gives us a chance to one have a space to work all weekend, two showcase our products, three get to talk to showgoers and to people who may have never heard of us and are in the racing community never heard of us, or gives them a chance to possibly get into racing by just listening to one of our shows. And we'd love if every single one of them listens to every single show we put out. And I'm not talking about what we have over here at JoMo Media Promotion. I'm talking about Wide World of Motorsports, Only Fours, Stickers and Scuffs, Turn 3, whatever anyone is producing. Oh, Dirt Beers, Southern Ontario Dirt Show. Who else is coming?
Stickers and scuffs.
I already said Stickers and Scuffs.
I don't think you did.
I did.
Oh, I don't
That's the
know.
third name I said. If I'm missing any, I'm sorry. But like I said, we'll have quite a few shows up on stage, which first of all, nothing wrong with that. It gives me a last year doing 8 shows gives us a chance to back off just a little bit, I guess, with our stage presence because 8 times on stage last summer.
Yeah,
That
but you were
was
more spread out last year.
I did like an hour break each time.
Yeah, and now it's just like, oh, let's stack them all. I feel like you're gonna need to like have a lot of Dr. Pepper Zeros up on stage.
I'm so like I said, I'm bringing bottled water with me, and I plan on having one. I'm having plan on every hour. There's gonna be a bottle of water and a can of Dr Pepper Zero.
It's just gonna look like a frat boy party with the Dr. Peppers up on stage.
Yes, that's exact. It's just because we're up on stage for 50 minutes, and you're just gonna see cans of pop. You're gonna see one finished, and then I'm just gonna chuck it in the garbage, go over, grab another one, start drinking it.
You know what we need? Another Dave Franks Werther's original.
Man, I really hope we see him again. That was our first year of doing a show there back in 2022. Yeah, because I didn't do a show in 2023. 2022, you and I were on stage. We were talking, and we pointed him out, and he just comes over, says a few things. I don't remember what he says. Next thing you know, there's just a whirler sitting in there in front of us at the table.
Yeah, and the problem is we're both looking at the Werther's like, can we eat that while recording? And we're both like, yeah, sure, I guess why not? And like,
Yeah, we popped it in.
yeah,
I maybe making a Costco run this week actually and picking up a big bag of Werther's to bring to the show.
not the same.
I know it's not the same, but I'm
Anyone
bringing
knows
I'm
that
bringing a
if you get
special treat for
Werther's,
myself. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm bringing a special treat for myself that I'm hoping will last all weekend long, but we'll see. I can't promise it.
I'm probably gonna pick up some
It
snacks too, but my snacks are weird. Like I'll have like cookies and chips like everybody else, but I love bread, like bread products, like croissants or like I love
oh
just
man, no.
like like if you get a toaster croissant with like butter and bacon, there's no better.
I could do without the butter. I hate butter. I hate the taste of it.
How do you hate butter?
It's so disgusting.
Don't tell me you like
Okay.
margarine.
No.
Okay. I was
No,
gonna
no, no.
like
I don't know. I think it's partially because back when so I'm a picky eater. You know this. A lot of people
not
already know
compared
this.
to me.
Not compared to you, no. But like when I was volunteering with the Paris Fairgrounds, Paris Agricultural Society, when I was a younger kid, they would come around with sandwiches from time to time. And I was like maybe 10, 11, maybe 12 at the time. Maybe even 13, 14, I think. Somewhere around that range. Anyways, um, they would come around. They were like, "Hey, you want a sandwich?" I'm like, "Sure, I'll take a ham sandwich," not thinking that there would be anything on it but ham. But there was non-melted butter, lettuce, tomato, onions, and then ham. I think I took one bite because I didn't know. Oh no, I don't know. It was just ham and butter,
Yeah,
and I didn't know. I took one bite. I damn nearly threw up.
Yeah, that was with me with like omelets with cheese in them the first time, not knowing there was cheese in the middle.
You can't. You gotta disclose this stuff.
My problem is I was in Quebec and they might have, but it was probably in French. So,
That could have been it too. Um, no, but like, yeah, I'm gonna have. I'm probably gonna go pick up some double cherries.
what are double cherries?
Double cherry. They're like a gummy, but
Yeah.
you get them from Bulk Barn. They're not like they're not they're not a cannabis gummy, but they're just a go to Bulk Barn. They literally look like they're double cherries. I don't know how to explain it. They look like they're not cherries, but they're cherries, and I'll send you a picture after we're done here. So yeah, because
We're just waiting for a double cherry Dr. Pepper sponsorship. Ooh, double cherry Dr. Pepper. I like that
oh
idea.
my god, they need that. I remember. I think there was more cherry in the Dr Pepper cherry as a kid than there was as an adult.
No, I think we just got old.
Maybe that could be it. But
It also depends on where the Dr. Pepper cherry was canned or bottled.
yeah,
So, fun fact, if you look at like bottles like this one's bottled of Canada Dry Mott's,
yep,
which Canada Dry is a Coke company,
yep.
and
No, it's Pepsi.
no, that is Schweppes. Canada Dry comes in a Barks root beer bottle. Anyway, long story short, so
How? What?
that says it's made bottled by Pepsi, right?
Yeah, it says no. This one says Canada Dry Mott's.
So if it's done at Canada Dry Mott's, it tastes differently than if it's bottled by Pepsi or Dr. Pepper, it says on the label. I think it has all to do with the water that they use. So like the Canada
This
Dry Mott's is done in Canada, I believe. I think it's at Mississauga, I think it is. So
yeah,
you have the Canadian like Lake Ontario water,
yeah.
and then like in the States you just have where the hell they're from water. I
So
think that's the
now
whole difference in taste.
that means I need to go back to Toledo, Ohio, because that's where I first had Dr Pepper cherry, and it was delicious.
You didn't
I
know
s-
that?
I smell road trip. No, no, because Dr Pepper hangs out with the Pepsi products.
Yes, and it's in a Pepsi bottle, and I understand
Yeah,
that. But Canada Dry is a Coke company.
buddy. Oh, you're gonna make me go down a goddamn rabbit hole, and we're gonna keep this short too. Owned by Canada.
It's actually
It's
Canada Dry is owned by
Keurig.
Dr. Pepper.
Can Got a question about Dr. Pepper? Yeah. Who owns Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, it's owned by Keurig Dr. Pepper. Wait, Keurig is the same thing as Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, it says Keurig. Like Dr. Pepper is owned by Keurig. Where is Keurig Dr. Pepper owned? Has two corporate headquarters, one in Burlington, Massachusetts, and another in Frisco, Texas. Who
So,
owns? Parent company of Canada Dry. Keurig Dr. Pepper, parent company of Canada Dry Mott's, is in Canada, along with a number of other great brands. With many highlight Mott's Clamato, Canada Dry, Dr. Pepper, Crush, Mott's Fruit Stations, Mott's Garden Cocktails, Schweppes. So it doesn't matter. They just sell
wait,
the
Canada Dry and Schweppes are the same goddamn company?
yeah.
The two ginger ales in the market.
Oh my god, this is hysterical. Yeah, it literally says here, can't Doctor, and then is a North American beverage powerhouse with many highly recognized brands. CDMI's brand portfolio includes Mott's, Canada Dry, Dr Pepper, Crush, Fruit Stations, Mott's Garden Cocktails, Schweppes, Mister and Mrs. T, C Plus, Snapple, Roses, Orangina, and Stewart's, and other well-known consumer brands.
So any good pop is made by Dr. Pepper is all I'm hearing. Like,
In Canada.
this is why Dr. Pepper should be sponsoring us, because we're giving out this kind of like fun
Oh
facts.
my god. No way. Like this whole uh the fact page the question
But
I know what it is, but I can't remember what this. What is hot Dr. Pepper? What?
either way, that's probably a whole nother wormhole you're going down. But yeah,
Place of
it depends on where it's bottled or canned and how it tastes.
Oh, I think that sounds pretty good. Hot Dr. Pepper was developed many years ago as a refreshing winter drink. Heat Dr. Pepper in a saucepan to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Place a thin slice of lemon in the bottom of a coffee mug or insulated cup and pour the heated Dr. Pepper over the lemon.
That sounds like just burnt
Oh,
sugar.
I think I know what I'm going to try this week.
See, you like, smoking meat and stuff like that with like your
Yeah.
smoker and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You see how they used to make the Coke roast?
Yep.
Dr. Pepper.
What did I do one time? I did Dr. Pepper. Oh, I made Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce the one time.
Well, then we had that Dr. Pepper ice cream sundae when you had your
Oh, the cherry. Oh, Dr. Pepper cherry topping.
back when we had that brisket.
Yeah, wasn't good brisket, and I'm well aware of that. That was my first time ever doing brisket.
It was pretty good.
Wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the best. It's not like
But
it was.
I ate it. Put it that way.
Yeah, it was. I still liked it. Everyone else, I don't know how everyone else liked it. I want to get another smoker because we screwed up the other one, and I like to have I do enjoy having friends over and just sounds weird. I like to smoke meat and have friends come over, and I'm thinking now, and I'm realizing this now. I just turned 30 2 years ago. I'm turning 33 this year, and I saw a post a couple years like men turn 30, they either getting into gardening or smoking meat. And
You
I
know what we need?
realize I love being like a backyard dad where you're outside smoking meat all day. I got freaking made cornhole boards. Like,
You know what we need? We need Robbie Sykes on here one day, and you guys can talk about the smoking meat freaking Olympics you guys got going on there.
oh God. Oh, oh man. I need to go get barbecue.
You just had pizza.
No, I need to go get barbecue. Um, we we went off the rails like always. We are gonna get going here. Brandon still has to go pick up his car tonight. I still got to do a couple other things for the show. So we're gonna make our way out of here for the night. Thank you guys for everyone for tuning in to this week's episode of the True North Racing Podcast, presented by Drive with Haley. Make sure you guys catch us March 7th, 8th, and 9th at the Motorama Custom Car Motorsports Expo at the Toronto International Center. For tickets, go check out www.motoramashow.com. Tickets can be bought there. Once again, congratulations to Gord McPherson on winning the pair of tickets to Motorama, courtesy of Pets Pro Painting. Next weekend, we will not be recording a show next Sunday. We will just be doing the live shows. So if everything goes correct, I will have an episode up, but it'll be one of our ones from Motorama. So don't worry, you will not be out without an episode next week. Just hold your horses.
By the way, before I forget, wait till you watch the replays of the Cup race tonight.
Oh yeah, I heard some stuff went down.
That was probably the most entertaining road course finish I've ever seen, and it was clean.
Really?
Like,
are you talking about Busch and Bell?
Busch, Bell, Byron, Reddick.
I heard a lot of it. I was listening to the PRN network on the NASCAR app. It sounded fantastic. I can't wait to go check out the highlights.
Yeah, a four-car battle for the lead. Like, they touched a couple times, but that I don't mind Jor rubbing stuff like that. But like, I want to see more races where we're not junking crap to end, because it trickles down into the lower series, and
yeah,
it honestly needs to stop. And I'm like, to watch this, like, a four-car race for the win, and like nobody like dumped anyone, no one like took it over aggressively, no one dove bomb for the win, like 700 car lengths back.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna go watch that after this. Make sure you guys follow us on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, and at JoMoMedia.ca. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks, and enjoy Motorama. We'll see you guys there. Come stop by, come say hi. Enjoy your week. We'll see you guys later. Bye now.
Peace out.
Thanks for tuning in to the True North Racing Podcast. Be sure to follow us on social media for more racing content and updates. You can find JoMo Media and promotions on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and at jomomedia.ca. Until next time, keep your engines running and your belts tight.